Today we're doing another day in the life with the Apple Watch. I'm actually gonna turn off my phone so we're not using any connection Bluetooth for my phone. I want to test the newest, the latest and greatest hardware updates on the Apple Watch Ultra 3, which is a better battery life, the satellite connectivity, 5G, and some software updates which have propagated to some of the older watches like hypertension notifications, sleep score. So we're gonna go through and show you a regular day in the life of how I use my Apple Watch Ultra 3 and what these features are and how they actually work and what I think about them. So let's get into it. Good morning. So I just woke up, sort of, and the first thing I usually do is scroll on Instagram, and then I check my sleep score after. It looks like I got a 69. Ha ha! Funny. So funny, hilarious. I like to mainly look at my sleep consistency, and it looks like my sleep duration has been consistent but low in the 7 hours. I'd like to be closer to 8 hours. I look at that usually. I don't look at sleep stages, but that information is there, and total sleep is also there. It's interesting to look at, but I like to make sure if I'm consistent or not. And then I also look at to see if I have any hypertension notifications, because that's also a new update, but luckily nothing yet. It's gonna take 30 days of wearing my watch. And within those 30 days, I need to at least wear it for 14 days during the daytime to see if I get any hypertension notifications. So I'm excited to test that. If you want to see some more details on that, comment down below. And then I look at vitals. That one's probably my favorite one. I'll go through my vitals, be like, what's my resting heart rate? My respiratory rate was 16. My wrist temperature was minus 0.05. And my sleep duration was 5 hours and 25 minutes. Yeah, we're filming this a little late. I checked this in the morning, and now I'm just telling you what happens right when I wake up, and that's how I check my Apple Watch. And this morning, when I checked it, it was at 95% battery. I had a 100% charge at around 10:43 p.m. And then when I woke up, it was 95%. By the time I got out of bed, it was like 94, 93%. So it only really took 5% of battery, which is really impressive. I think on the Ultra 2 and the Ultra 1, I would get about 10 to 11% of usage. So the battery life has definitely gotten better on these Ultra 3s, which I'm very excited about. We are at our favorite coffee shop where we're gonna pay with our Apple Watches. Apple Watch deal right now? 3? The Series 3 with Hermes $1,000 watch band. Something so I guess light, the views are up, huh? There's an Apple Notes now in the Apple Watch. Have you used Apple Notes in the Apple Watch?
Apple Notes?
Yeah, and I have a gift card that I get to use at this coffee shop, and I don't know the number, so I saved the number on Apple Notes on my Apple Watch, and I can read it to them. Can I just get a large black cold brew? Yes. You got the membership account number right here.
Apple Notes?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Oh.
Oh, is this new?
Yeah, you didn't know about this?
Notes app on your phone now, or on your watch?
Yeah. Isn't that cool? You've never used it? You can check off checklists. Citizens invest now. Cheers. So fun fact, we invested in Citizens at the lowest amount possible just so we could get free coffee for a year. We can say we're investors and we get free coffee for a year, and that's the best investment I've ever made because we can just come keep getting coffee and stay fueled and productive. Have a good day at work. Listen to music on the subway for about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. Headed over to the Rivian event in Times Square. We are at 79% battery. It is 10:30 a.m.
What are we doing today?
We're gonna go return some stuff on Amazon.
With your Apple Watch Ultra?
Yeah, is that not how are you doing your return?
With my Apple Watch Ultra?
Oh!
Look at that, bro.
Wow,
First
wait.
time wearing it in like months.
Wait, but it's not even charged.
It is.
I'm not kidding. Damn, you've had an Apple Watch for how long?
Shervin gifted me an Apple Watch for my birthday before running the London Marathon. And then after running, I stopped running, so then I stopped wearing it.
What's your go-to watch of choice? Watch out behind you.
My Casio DW5600.
Why is that your watch of choice?
No, like I never have to charge it. I haven't charged it since I got it in a year. Super light. I also think I have smaller wrists, so
This
the
feels
Apple
too
Watch
big?
is too big for small wrists like me.
Well, where's your Amazon return code?
I'm just kidding. I got my iPhone with me, so.
See, we're doing a no iPhone challenge today where my Amazon return code is in the watch.
Is it really?
You can add the Apple Wallet. I don't know, I tried it and I was like, add the Apple Wallet. And I was like, perfect.
Huh.
So now we're gonna go see if it works. Oh no, it broke. My Apple Watch is broken. Just as soon as I wanted to pull up the code, it stopped working. He's also trying it. But this is disappointing. Oh, here we go. Okay, here is my code. We're just gonna tap it.
I don't see mine.
Now, all right, let's try this. How's it going? I've never done it on the watch.
I've never seen it be no with a watch.
Did it work?
Yep.
All right. That's cool. I just saw it pop up on the Amazon website.
You're all good to go.
All right, thank you so much. Easy peasy. It's time for a workout. It is currently 2 p.m. now, so battery update, we are at 61%. It's connected to LTE 5G here and there, depending on where we are. So a little over half the day and a little over half the battery life, which is good. I've got a 400-meter repeat workout, so I'm going to try to attempt to do as much of that as I can. It's all through Runna using the Training Workouts API. So I open the workout up on my watch. I can go ahead and see Runna as well as the other like outdoor walk, outdoor run options. And then we're going to hit the workout. It's going to guide me through the warm-up, the repeats, cool down. I'm going to connect the watch to my AirPods, and we're going to play music as well. So it's gonna be about a 45-minute workout. We'll see how much battery it uses. It uses 5% to track 8-9 hours of sleep. I'm curious what percentage we're gonna lose for GPS, heart rate, and playing music through 5G LTE on Bluetooth AirPods it's gonna use. So let's get in with the run. Just did about a 43-minute workout, 10 400s, attempt of 6:10 pace. The battery is now at 46%, so we lost 15% of battery on this. Played music like 70% of the time. Streaming, I keep switching between LTE and 5G here in New York City and Manhattan on the West Side Highway. So about 16% battery for a 45-minute run, which I would say most runs are probably 30 to 90 minutes. But that, it's not too bad. I don't know if it's much different than the previous Apple Watch Ultras when it comes to finish tracking, but it seems to be working pretty well so far. Always on display is on, and I'm gonna finish the warm down here, so another like 5 minutes. That's the workout. Let's go test some other features around New York. So one of the biggest updates is the satellite feature. I can't obviously use this, but I can show you a demo. We can send messages, you can send your location and emergency SOS. And emergency SOS is available in most places. I think that's kind of the coolest thing is if you're in a place like a national park or somewhere where you don't have connection, and maybe you don't even have your phone or your phone died, you can get help using just a watch. Like that's incredible. We're seeing it in the Pixel Watch 4. Some of the new Garmin's are getting it. Like this is some life-saving technology. Satellite, we can try the demo here. Satellite connection, try connecting to a satellite. We can show you, get a clear view of the sky. So right now, obviously we're in New York City. You're not gonna get the best clear view of the sky, but we can try to get that. Now it's gonna start looking for satellites. And this is not something that is super quick. It takes some time. So we are obstructed with some buildings. Oh, satellite available soon. So now it's detecting. And then we'll have to move our watch left to right. So I'm gonna start moving to the left to align it properly with the satellite in the sky over here. You can't do this underground. Oh, there we go. Now it's showing demo complete. It's connected to the satellite. And usually when I'm sending a message, you'll have to hold it up while it sends the message. But you have the ability to send messages, send your location, and get help from emergency services. You just want to make sure that you don't have a Wi-Fi or cellular connection in that area. But I was in Europe actually, and I didn't have connection on the watch, but I have a cellular plan in the US, so I was actually able to update my Find My location. I was able to send my friends messages through satellite in Berlin, Germany, through my watch. Your phone cannot be on airplane mode and connected to your watch. It needs to be disconnected, but it was cool that I was able to use that feature. And there's a list of countries, we'll pop it up right here, that support messages, and then Find My, and then emergency SOS. It's all different depending on the permitted countries, and hopefully more and more will be added very soon. All right, one feature I really like that just came out is the new wrist flick. So we had a double tap before. This is kind of like a software / hardware update as well, because it's only supported by certain watches. But anytime I get a notification, I seem to always have something in my hand, whether it's a cup, you know, drinking coffee, I've got a bag, you know, whatever, holding a jacket, there's something I'm carrying, or I'm holding onto the subway, holding onto a bike, and I don't have my hand to be able to touch the watch. So I get a notification that I don't want, I can just flick it away, and that helps a lot, especially when I'm biking. It'll just be like automatic bike, or you want a bike, and I'm getting directions, and then it covers up my map so I can't see. And I always, when I'm biking, I'm moving around so I can't see, and then I get the notification of, do you want to start the bike? And like, I want that on because sometimes I'm biking and I forget, but then I don't want it on when I'm city biking, or I want to automatically do it in the background, but I still want to see my maps. So those moments, the wrist flick has been life-changing because I can flick that notification away and go back to my Apple Maps and see where I'm supposed to be going. And then I love it for like messages. Like, let's say I see a message here, I want to tap on it, boom, and then I show the message. They're asking, how far did you run? I double click, and then I'm gonna be able to talk. I'm running 5 miles. No, I'm running 3 miles for the Diplo's Run Club event if you want to buy tickets. And then I wrist flick and it goes away. Boom, done, easy, and I can go about my day. I didn't use another hand. I instantly replied to someone, and I did it with all in one hand. Now I'm about to bike. I love city biking around the city. It's the easiest way. And usually I'll scan it and then start the navigation on my phone. It propagates to the watch. But now I'm just gonna use my voice to tell it where I wanna go, navigate via biking directions, and then get the directions on my watch to be able to get there quickly and easily. It's not as easy because the City Bike app will navigate you to the station rather than the location you're going to. So I do appreciate that. But then I know as soon as I'm bike, that notification is gonna come up as, hey, are you biking? Do you wanna start a biking workout? And it's like, I bike so much, it's not worth starting a biking workout. So I'm gonna use the wrist flick feature to make that go away. But still keep it for my other biking workouts because sometimes I forget to start those. Now let's talk about the screen, because the screen on the Apple Watch Ultra 3 has changed. It's different and it's better, it's improved. It's 3,000 nits, but there's one special feature about it, so let's get into that. Now let's talk about the screen. So now it has an always on display. So if I tap this, oh, I forgot, it's always on display with 1 hertz. So it's updating every second. You can see the seconds updating there. And then if I actually tap the screen, oops, it gets a little bit brighter and it's still gonna keep updating every second. You can see the noise now is updating. But one big feature on the Series 10 that's now on the Ultra 3 and the Series 11 is you're able to view the watch screen very well from an angle. Like, look how well I can still see the time at that angle. It's still updating every second. I can go ahead and tap the screen. Now it's always on display. So this is the always on display. It's updating every second, but some of the widgets like noise are turned off. But then when I tap the screen, boom, now always on display is now, this is like regular display mode. So you can see how subtle of a difference it is. And that 1 hertz refresh rate is insane because I can still see the seconds counting down. It works really well if you want to try it on the new watches like Waypoint. We can cover it here, boom, it's now always on display. You still see that seconds counter going right here. I tap the screen and now all the widgets are live and working. So I love this new 1 hertz refresh rate screen. It's so fast, it's beautiful, it's stunning, and we still have that bright 3,000 nits in the outdoors, which is amazing. All right, battery update. It is almost 5 o'clock in the evening. We're at 22%. I think the battery has been running out much faster. We're still on LTE. I think just because we're out and about, tracking heart rate, you know, if we're not connected to Wi-Fi, it's gonna drain the battery a little bit more. And maybe because there wasn't as good 5G as well. So let's go to the battery and check it out here. Yeah, you can see the battery drop off for some reason has accelerated in the past 2 hours. I don't know if like the workout was that first acceleration, the second acceleration, I'm not sure what that's for. Now one thing, I'm always carrying way too much stuff and I've always wanted to have home key. So finally we're able to have this little home key. Go ahead and tap right here, boom. It unlocks right on the watch and now we're inside the office and we can get some cool stuff done. Welcome to the beautiful new office. We've fully bulletproofed it with multiple smart locks here and we're gonna start filming a lot of the content here. We're currently at 20% now. It is 5:07 p.m. So this is not gonna survive the entire day, but the watch is connected to the Wi-Fi of this office space, which is good, but this cannot replace my phone. If I wanna go the entire day working out, navigating, paying for things, and then accessing the door, like if this dies, I might not be able to get in. on the phone, at least some of the keys and express transit will work when your battery dies for a few more hours. It looks like the big conclusion is that the Apple Watch is still not ready to be your main priority device. Obviously, that's not something Apple has ever claimed, but it's something that I want, and I hope one day I can go 24 hours with the Apple Watch Ultra, do all the things I need to do, and live my life. And let me know in the comments what are the things you want to see me test. This was a day in the life of the Apple Watch Ultra 3. And I'm gonna do one with the Series 11 and the SE3 because the SE3 is probably one of my favorite, like I would recommend that watch the most. So we'll test those as well. Subscribe to see those. I tested a whole bunch of watch bands for the Ultra, so check that out as well. We got Hermes, we've got every single watch band. They'll be linked down below. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.